Hi everyone, I'm Beamish, and this is my talk about what happens when dev, staging, and prod are on the same box. So I had a client I picked up a couple of years ago who runs a medium-sized business and has a bunch of pieces, BigCommerce, Freshdesk, and Sage, which is on SQL Server, and was having a problem because his employees were having to do a lot of manual work, manually copying orders from BigCommerce into Sage, and then manually creating tickets. And I said, the kind of thing we all say, hey, you could probably solve that with a Perl script. And that was my first mistake. No, actually, it worked out fine. Do you know REST APIs? Oh, sure. So could I do it inexpensively? So this is a small organization. And I set up an Ubuntu server, figured out how to connect to Sage, SQL Server, and wrote a couple of cron jobs and some CGIs. So the usual work environments that if you're in a big organization, you've got dev, which is for the developers, where you track your own code and nobody else can see it usually. And you've got staging, where you do integration testing, and then you roll it out to prod, and that's the place where you make money. That's pretty usual. And why are there separate environments? Because it's madness to try and edit stuff on prod. You can do it. It makes people very nervous. It's a risk management thing. So when you don't have separate environments, you have to tread lightly. And seeing as this was a brand new server that I was setting up, and he trusted me, but also I'm hooking up to his production database, and these are things you don't want to get wrong. So these are the steps I took, and many of these I'm sure will be familiar to you, but I just thought I'd do a lightning talk, and I thought, well, this is something I've been working on for 6 years, so I guess I know this stuff. So, the obvious one that I'm sure everybody uses is use version control and comment your code. And it's maybe a little hard to see on the screen, but the comment there has got a date and then a comment over just those 2 lines of code, because I like to have as much information for myself as possible. The other one is the next one is version numbers. So the ordering script, I got a 10th version on that, and I've got another script which is 12th version. So every new version we do, I add a feature or two, and so that I can go back to the previous version if there's a mistake. And I use log4Perl for logging, which is absolutely vital if you're a single developer working by yourself. You need to be able to go back and see what the heck did my script just do that messed up. And I need to make testing easy, so all the scripts have a debug version, a debug mode, where they run and do stuff and talk about what they would have done, and then the production version, a production mode, where they actually go and do the thing, doing all kinds of logging. The next decision I made was that crashes are fatal. If something goes wrong, can't connect to the database, the network's bad, the DNS is bad, or there's a query failure, which does happen, or I get a 504 from one of the sources. Anyway, there was some code I was getting. I just have it crash, and if it tries to run again, because it's a cron script, it stops dead. And then I fix it, and we move on. Almost the last one is be really careful in the production database. You have to make a change. You want to make really, really sure you're affecting just that one record. Probably all heard a couple times about people who've done an update statement and put a semicolon at the end before they put a where clause, which then the prompt doesn't return, and the horrified developer thinks to themselves, is it doing what I think it's doing? I run all these things in cron tab, so I leave myself dated comments over what I'm doing. And yeah, I've got a lot of comments there, 6 years worth of comments. And that's basically it. In conclusion, the ask you could be saving might be yours. Thank you very much.